Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to share my personal leadership story. Earlier this year, in RVS Leadership Academy, I had the wonderful opportunity of identifying some of my personal core values, and they have really informed the way I see my own leadership story. My personal core values are resiliency, perseverance, and acceptance, and I've had practiced these values all throughout my life. Let me take you back to September 5th, 2009, the day after my first birthday. My dad got up early that morning to make breakfast for my family, and he turned on the fireplace to warm up the house. Later, he heard me crying up in my crib, so he turned off the fireplace. A little while later, my mom, brother, and I came downstairs. My older brother started making a huge mess in the kitchen, and my parents decided to go help him clean it up. During that time, I slipped away and started walking towards the fireplace. It was too late. My mom tried to stop me, but I fell into the fireplace. I got a second-degree burn on my forehead and a fourth-degree burn on my left hand. And that split second changed everything. After that, I became a patient at the Alberta Children's Hospital. I would have to go there every single day for 2 years, and over the course of time, only once a year. I remember being about 5 or 6, sitting inside my doctor's office and being told there was a low possibility of me playing sports that involved my hands or driving on time due to the debilitation within my left hand. They were worried I wouldn't be able to grasp anything. But I remember thinking, as most stubborn kids do, you can't tell me what I can do. I started occupational therapy, OT for short. I was determined to prove my doctor wrong. So by the time I was in 5th grade, I started playing ringette, and I was on my school's basketball and volleyball teams. Even though I still couldn't open up my hand, I just learned to adapt. I found a special way of holding my ringette stick. This was my value of this was my value of perseverance in action. In grade 8, I met my new surgeon, an occupational therapist. I started going to OT twice a month, and we created a new plan, and I liked this plan a lot better. My new surgeon recommended a fat graft on my left hand. I started wearing my brace every night to stretch my hand, and I just remember thinking, I can't let that doctor win. I can't let him put me in a little box of someone who can't do what she wants. I was going to be resilient. My new OT, she pushed me. She challenged me. We set goals for me to achieve, and I was determined to achieve them. My goals were to hold a water bottle, do a wrist shot in ringette, tie my own skates, and make an L with my left hand. By the time I was in grade 10, I could finally get my hand this straight, which is a huge accomplishment for me. So, in April of 2024, I had a fat graft surgery. It was a 7-hour procedure, and as they were putting me underneath anesthesia, the scrub nurse was holding my hand and wiping away my tears. She looked at me and she said, "Everything's going to be okay." And I said to her, "I'm not crying because I'm scared. I just can't wait to finally be able to hold a water bottle." Now, I wish I could stand here today and tell you that since my surgery, everything has been perfect, but I'd be lying. At the end of May of 2024, I couldn't even pick up a pencil. And when I realized that, it felt like everything I worked so hard to achieve came crumbling down in front of me. Because how am I supposed to play ringette this upcoming September if I can't even hold a pencil in May? But there's a voice inside of me telling me you can't let these limitations define you. So I did what all leaders have to do. I took a deep breath, looked at my situation, and thought to myself, how can I make this better? And isn't this the question we have to ask ourselves all the time as leaders? And we don't have to do it alone. We have a circle of support to lead on. We all have challenges in life, some big, some small. But how we face those challenges and who we have on our team can make a huge difference. One of the many reasons why I can stand here today talking to you so positively about my situation is because of my amazing friends, parents, and doctors and occupational therapists who never gave up on me, who believed in me and who told me I can do it. And so, to my parents especially, your strength, your acceptance, your perseverance throughout this journey has really has really showed me what it means to lead, and I thank you so much for that. So, I stand here today before you, a 16-year-old girl who can make an L with her left hand, who can tie her own skates, and who can, last but certainly not least, almost hold a water bottle and almost be able to do a wrist shot. I was finally able to prove that doctor wrong. I can drive, I work with my hands, and it's amazing. To my fellow RVS LA leadership students, let me be a reminder to you that despite life's challenges, despite what life throws at us, leadership is within our grasp. Thank you so much for your time.